And welcome back to the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, brought to you by Taylor King Law. I'm Isaac Bourne here with my color analyst Kendall Givens, and we are here for another Saturday afternoon show here at the Bill Vining Arena between the Ouachita Baptist University Tigers and the Southeastern Oklahoma State University Savage Storm today. So Kendall, going into today's games, the Savage Storm have the #1 offense in the GAC. So how does Ouachita go against what has been so far an electric team?
Man, they're pretty much first, like you said, in every offensive statistic. The biggest thing for Ouachita to do is stay solid defensively. You'll see Southeastern screen a lot and hit the backdoor cut. You have to stay solid defensively against a team like this who really doesn't make mistakes, doesn't really turn the ball over, who shoots the ball really well, and really, like we talked about earlier, man, they're last in a lot of statistic defensively as well. So you just got to stay solid defensively, man.
And then also going into the game, leading scorer Tyler Haynes, as you see on the screen, averaging 14.2 points per game, is out with a jaw injury again after missing Thursday's game against ECU. Will continue to remain out in this game. And the Tigers, while they did overcome ECU the other day, are hoping to overcome yet another GAC opponent today. And now we'll leave it to Dr. Casey Model to introduce today's starting lineups.
Tigers! And now introducing the starting lineup for the Southeastern Oklahoma State Savage Storm. Junior guard from Bethany, Oklahoma, number 0, Brennan Burns. The junior guard from San Marcos, California, number 1, Cody Clouet. Senior forward from Nova, Australia, number 11, Kyle Leslie. Senior guard from Kingfisher, Oklahoma, number 20, Jet Sternberger. And sophomore forward from Rockwall, Texas, number 35, Chandler Dickinson. The head coach of the Savage Storm is Kelly Green. The assistant coach is Ryan Quinn. And now, Tiger Nation, let me hear you roar! This is the starting lineup for your Ouachita Tigers! Junior center from Jonesboro, Louisiana, number 1, Rollin Belton. Junior guard from Little Elm, Texas, number 4, MJ Leslie. Junior forward from Mariana, Arkansas, number 5, Taron Williams. Junior guard from Vivian, Louisiana, number 3, Reggie Martin. And senior guard from Auckland, New Zealand, number 0, Marvin Williams-Dunn. The head coach of the Ouachita Tigers is Dennis Nutt. The assistant coach is Levin Thornton. This afternoon's officials are Wesley Hill, Pat Watson, and Michael Stramiello.
And there you go. Starting lineups have been introduced, and we are just a mere couple seconds away from tip-off here in Bill Vining Arena. So, Kendall, what do you think the key to the game for both of these teams is going to be if they want to come out victorious?
Southeastern, if I'm Southeastern, man, I'm doing what I have to do. I'm doing what I always do, staying consistent and running my offense, staying slow and controlling the pace of the game. If I'm Ouachita, I get the ball in the hands of MJ Leslie. He had a wonderful showing Thursday night shooting the ball. Reggie, as well as rolling down low. We have to get going. And can't forget Taron Williams as well. He had 25 points last game.
And off we go. Marvin Williams-Dunn taking the ball to the top of the key to start. Onto the left side to MJ Leslie. Leslie's with a little bit of a tussle with Brennan Burns. Here's Williams-Dunn on the right side to Belton up at the top. Number 4, Leslie over to Martin. Williams-Dunn to Martin. Up top. He's going to dial it from deep. And Taron Williams with a 3 on the first possession of the game for the Tigers. Here's Burns, passes it over to Sternberger. Sternberger over to Dickinson. Number 11, Kyle Leslie up at the top. Burns passes it down to Sternberger, and it rolls in for him to give the Savage Storm their first points of the game. And the press giving Williams Dunn a little bit of trouble here. Gives it across the court to Leslie. Williams again from the left wing. And that's 6 quick points for Taryn Williams to start the game. Up at the top, here's Cluett. Burns in the corner, he's gonna drive. Passes it out to Sternberger. And it is no good. And here is Martin down the court. He's gonna drive left to Belton. Belton, a little bit of a tussle for the ball there, and Belton draws the foul. That'll be Belton's first. That'll be the first foul of the game for the Savage Storm, and it'll be on the floor as Marvin Williams Dunn will be taking it out. Williams Dunn on the left side throws it up to Martin at the top. Over on the right side, MJ Leslie. Leslie up the top to Belton. Williams gonna drive right. Here's Williams Dunn, he's driving into the middle. To Williams, he's gonna take a third three. No good this time, trying to go 3 for 3 from deep to start the game. Dickinson gonna dial it up. No good for Dickinson. And the ref's gonna say he touched it whilst trying to save it out of bounds, and that is out on the Savage Storm. Ouachita ball. Williams passes it into Williams Dunn. He's guarded by Sternberger. Over to Martin. Williams Dunn. Williams Dunn has it. He's gonna take it right up to the top up to the top. Here's Martin. Gonna drive left. He's gonna take a mid-range shot. No good. Sternberger with the rebound. He's gonna take it over to Burns. Burns driving left to the middle of the court. Free throw line jump shot, no good. Dickinson gets the rebound. Excuse me, that was Leslie. Burns, top of the key here, guarded by Reggie Martin. Burns over to Sternberger. Here's Silviera. And it looks like it's going to be a foul on the Savage Storm, and it's going to be Ouachita ball here. And taking it out for the Tigers will be Taryn Williams. Looks like the Savage Storm have a very, very intense press going on so far. He's going to pass it to Reggie Martin to the other side of the court. And Martin gets to Williams Dunn. Here's Williams Dunn, left side. Gets it back to Martin. Passes to Williams, who passes to Williams Dunn. Belton down low. He's guarded by Leslie. And they're going to call him for a walk there. That'll be the first turnover for the Ouachita Tigers.
You know, we know Southeastern as an offensive team, but they've really been coming alive here in the first couple of minutes of this ball game, defensively becoming a pest and making it hard for the Ouachita Tigers down low.
The Savage Storm have had a couple shooting rows so far, but we are only 3.5 minutes into the game as Williams Dunn guarding in the corner. Dickinson unable to get the layup inside. Williams taking it down the court all by himself, and it's going to be no good on the floater. And MJ Leslie is going to save it for the Tigers there. Here's Martin into MJ Leslie. Belton, top of the key, over to Williams Dunn. Martin's got it at the top now. They have not found a shot they want. Moving the ball around. Leslie, He makes the mid-range shot. Looks like he had a foot on the line there. They're going to count it for. They're going to count it for. Looks like it's going to be for 3. Leslie, right side. He's double teamed. Over to Williams. Williams cross court to Williams. Done. And it's going to be short there, as the Savage Storm are going to rush it down the court. Sternberger corner 3, no good. Martin with the rebound, and they're going to rush it down the court. Martin's on the right side to the top with Williams, excuse me. Williams done on the left side. KJ Leslie has been guarded very intensely by Sternberger. MJ Leslie, excuse me. And Rollin Belton's mid-range shot from the left side is going to send us into our first timeout of the game. Tigers have been playing very well so far, up 13-2, but we'll take that into a break here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, brought to you by Taylor King Law.
At Taylor King Law, we understand that being injured can be a stressful and overwhelming experience.
And that's why we're here to help you every step of the way.
As your dedicated legal team, we'll stand by your side when you're being ignored.
We'll be on your side to fight for the compensation you deserve.
Don't let the insurance companies intimidate you. Let us go to work for you.
Call us today and let us help you get back on the road to recovery.
On your side, by your side. When you've been injured, we're here for you.
I've heard people say Ouachita.
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 Is it pronounced Ouachita?
Searching for Ouachita Baptist University.
Back in Texas, everybody pronounces it Wichita, but really, it's Ouachita.
Ouachita.
Ouachita. How would you pronounce it?
Ouachita.
Ouachita. It's Ouachita Baptist University. Get it right.
It's Ouachita, people. It's Ouachita.
Ouachita.
And welcome back to the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, brought to you by Taylor King Law. And here the Tigers have come out to a quick lead here in Bill Vining Arena, up 13-2 with just over 5 minutes into this game. Kendall, what's been happening so far for these Tigers?
The Tigers have been making shots. They've been solid defensively, just what we talked about in the pregame. They keep this up, man. They find themselves in a good position to win this ball game.
And here we go as Burns at the top of the court is taking it down. Passes it over to number 11, Kyle Leslie. Leslie's going to drive up to the top to Cluett. Cluett finds Leslie again. Number 45, Briley's going to take it inside, and Briley is going to find himself with his first bucket of the game, second bucket of the game for the Savage Storm today. Williams looking for a guy to pass it into, finds Martin, and Martin's going to slow it down before taking it across the court. Martin on the left side. Pass to Leslie, who's got Williams over at the top. Martin over to Knox at the top. Knox going to fake it. And they're going to call a foul on what looks to be Brendan Burns. That'll be his first foul of the game. Burns and Belton down there were having a bit of a tussle, and the refs whistled them for it. Martin over to, and Leslie going to dial it up. A deep three-pointer for MJ Leslie. That is exactly what he does. Am I not right, Kendall?
Yes, he shoots the ball extremely well.
And here we go. Burns again at the top, guarded by Knox. These are his first few minutes in the game today. Over to Condiff. Burns, give and go there, and it is a foul on the Tigers and one for number 45, Robert Briley. That's his second bucket of the game already. He's got 4 of the Savage Storm's 6 points today. And Briley will take the and one free throw here to make the lead not double digits anymore. And he misses, rebound by Belton. Belton's double teamed down low, can't find anyone. And the Savage Storm are going to get it back. Cluett over to number 3. Robert Briley. And they're gonna whistle Williams inside for a foul on number 44, Enzo Silveira. And Silveira is going to go out, and coming in is Kyle Leslie. All right, Burns taking it out for the Savage Storm. Leslie's going to dial it up from the corner. Ball going around, and it's going to come back into the Savage Storm's possession. Great effort by Robert Briley there to get the rebound. Burns at the top of the key. Going to get the screen from Briley, taking it, and Burns gets his first points of the game on a pick play there. Williams finds Martin in the corner, and he's going to take it down. Gets it to Williams. They're going to run fast. In the right corner is Leslie, over to Williams, who gets it to Martin, and now it's Knox on the left side. Martin at the top, back to Knox. Here's Williams. He's going to take a 3, but he tries to get it to Belton. Belton doesn't notice, and it's a turnover for the Tigers. Leslie's going to dial one from 3, and they answer. Leslie with his first 3 of the game and his first points. And looks like Coach Dennis Nutt is going to call a timeout for the Tigers after giving up what has been a sizable run to the Savage Storm. And for us, that'll be a break. So please stay tuned here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
The central and midwestern U.S. averages more than 850 tornadoes each year. And lately, the number of floods has been rising in the region, too. So chances are, there will be more twisters and floods near here again. And between school, sports, and social lives, chances are, you won't be with your kids when it happens. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids has all the educational tools and information to make the conversation easy. When the time comes, chances are they'll feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
Captain Henderson House. We're a home to call your very own when you're away from yours, with a porch to end your night on, surrounded by friends, sharing stories and old times, and a yard with memories of summertime weddings and picnics after the game. We are so thankful for the life this house has seen for nearly 150 years. Come stay with us and join in on our stories. Captain Henderson House, Inn and Events.
And welcome back to the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, brought to you by Taylor King Law. And just now we witnessed the Savage Storm make a bit of a comeback, scoring 9 points since the last break we had. Kendall, what has happened to this Tiger defense so far?
Well, they're becoming to get broken down a little bit. The Savage Storm, like we talked about at the beginning of the game, running their sets, backdoor cutting, and their backcourt is really doing it for them right now.
And starting off after this break is going to be Emery Knox, who's going to run it quick. Martin on the right side can't find anything. He's going to pass it up to Knox, and they're going to reset the offense. Here's Belton over to Dunlap. Gets a screen from Williams Dunn. Here's Martin again. Martin's going to take it. Finds Belton. And Belton is going to lose it. But they're calling it out on the Savage Storm. And that will be Ouachita Tiger basketball with 7 seconds left on the shot clock. And in for the Savage Storm is number 44, Enzo Silveira. And out for them is going to be Leslie. Finds Martin up at the top. Here's Dunlap. Going to take a mid-range shot, and it's good. Dunlap with his first points of the game for the Tigers. Here's Burns, guarded by Knox. Gets the screen, gets it back up. Here's Condiff dribbling it around. Here's Cluett. He's been pretty quiet so far for the Savage Storm. Gets it back to Burns. Burns going to drive to the middle. Mid-range fader, and it's going to roll in for him. And here's Knox taking the ball down again. Tigers lead 16-13 after at one point leading 13-2. Here's Williams Dunn, gets the ball to Knox again. He's guarded by Cluett. Switch. Martin's going to take it down, and he gets stuffed by the entire Savage Storm defense as Condiff is going to take the ball down quick for Southeastern Oklahoma State. Here's Cluett over to Burns in the corner. He's looking at Silvera. Here's Cluett again. Up top to Burns, to Condiff. Condiff's going to drive right to the corner. 5 seconds on the shot clock, and it's going to be a foul on, looks Marvin Williams Dunn, and number 45, Robert Briley, will be going to the line for the second time today. So far in the game, Briley is 0 for 1 from the free throw line, hoping to change that here. And he knocks down his first free throw of the game. That gives him 5 today. Briley, not usually known as a scorer for the Savage Storm today, is so far the leading scorer with 5 points for Southeastern Oklahoma State. Briley lining up for the second shot. And he knocks it in. And that's 6 points for Robert Briley. Knox taking it down quick to Martin, pulls up for a mid-range shot. It's a little long there, and Leslie with the rebound, and they're going to run it quick. Savage Storm left side. Leslie gets the ball to Cluett, guarded by Dunlap. Takes it in, mid-range fader, and that one is going to roll around the rim and out as Martin gets the rebound. Martin taking it quick. Here's Williams. Looked for a three, but didn't take it. Williams again. And he's going to slow it down back to Knox, the Charleston Southern transfer. Gets it to Dunlap. Up to Williams. Williams hands it off to Knox again. And looks like a bit of a miscommunication there as Taryn Williams was not where Knox thought he was. And it's going to be out of bounds. Savage Storm basketball. And in for the Tigers is going to be number 23, Gavin Snyder, and out is going to be Caleb Martin. Or, excuse me, Reggie Martin. Now, Kendall, number 23, Gavin Snyder, freshman, standing just 5'11", you know, has an incredible amount of heart with him, and he's gotten, carved out a sizable portion in this lineup. So, what do you have to say about Gavin Snyder?
Well, he comes off the bench and he gives a great effort on defense. He is what they need at the point guard position, staying solid and not doing too much, not shooting out of his frame. He's a good ball player.
And as Leslie is going to take it down off the pick and roll, he's going to miss the shot, but they called him for 2. They called him for a foul, so he's going to go to the line for 2 here. And this will be Leslie's first trip to the line today. And he makes both. Williams Dunn's going to take it out. Savage Storm, very intense pressure here. And he's able to get it into Knox. Knox running quickly down the court to Williams. Gets stopped by Leslie and gets called for the walk. And they're going to get the ball into Sternberger here. He's guarded by a freshman, Gavin Snyder. Snyder is going to get his hands in there and get the steal. Here's Williams Dunn. Gets to Williams Dunn. To Williams, to Knox. Knox going to drive left, spins. Up to Williams. 4-3 of the game, no good. He's 2 for 4 from deep today for the Tigers. Burns going to drive on Williams. And they're going to whistle him for the charge. Taryn Williams draws the foul there, and Burns looks like that's his second foul of the game there. Looks like a bit of wiping down on the floor there. And here's Snyder taking it down the court. Hands it off to Dunlap. Here's Knox to Williams, Dunn to Williams. The Tigers got a bit of a short lineup with Taryn Williams at the center right now. Snyder, top of the key, back to Taryn Williams. Taryn Williams can't find anything, back to Snyder. Snyder's gonna drive. Cannot get the shot over Leslie, but Williams with the rebound. Dunlap, he passes it to Dunlap, who's got it to Knox. Knox gonna drive, and a nice lay with the left hand by Emery Knox over the much taller defender there. And here's Sternberger guarded by Snyder at the top. Drives left. He's got an open lane. It's gonna roll around and out, but he was whistled for the foul there, and Sternberger will now go to the line for 2 shots. And with that is also the under 8 media timeout. So we will take a break here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, brought to you by Taylor King Law.
Hey world, I have a quick message. It's about safe driving. All right, let's go. Anytime you're driving, have the seatbelt buckled tight. Both hands on the wheel and your phone out of sight. When not in your hand trying to text somebody back. Because if you do, your car might get smacked. The moral of the story, just put your phone down. The people on the road will stay safe and sound. Put your phone down, put your phone down. People on the road will stay safe and sound. Yeah.
Visit the Ouachita campus store for all your Tiger apparel, merchandise, and gifts. If you need something to wear to show your Tiger pride, stop by the Ouachita campus store on the bottom floor of the Evans Student Center to grab a t-shirt, sweatshirt, polo, or more. If you can't stop by the store on campus, visit us online at bookstore.obu.edu. Make your purchase and we'll send it to you. Support the Tigers by checking out the Ouachita campus store. Go Tigers.
And welcome back once again to the Ouachita Baptist Digital Network, to the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, brought to you by Taylor King Law. And in this game, it's a little bit tighter contested than it originally started out as. The Tigers jumping out to a quick 13-2 lead, but then the Savage Storm narrowing it down a little bit now to just 3 here at the under 8 media timeout as the Tigers lead 20-17. Any standout performances that you'd like to talk about, Kendall?
Honestly, man, I like how both sides are playing right now. We're getting a good ball game. You can't get too ahead of yourself. Southeastern is second in the conference. Ouachita's in that feeder to where they can compete to get into that tournament. So I like what we're seeing here.
And at the line here will be Jet Sternberger for the Savage Storm, knocking down the first. Before the timeout, the Tigers were whistled for a foul on Sternberger, and so he's taking 2 here. And coming in for the Savage Storm, number 45, Robert Briley, and then coming out is number 35, Chandler Dickinson. Sternberger lines up and knocks down the second. Now that'll just make a 1-point Ouachita Tiger lead. And they're going to need some points here. Snyder gonna get to the errant. Going to get to the errant Dunlap pass as Knox has it now. Knox going to dial it up from deep. No good. Bounces off the left side of the rim. But Snyder with the rebound, and he's going to get the foul. As Gavin Snyder is going to go to the line for 2 shots here. Those will be his first 2 of the game. Chance to score his first 2 points of the game as well.
Shooting 2 for Ouachita, number 23, Gavin Snyder.
We've seen a lot of trips to the free throw stripe today for both teams. What has been a physical game up to this point. As Snyder knocks down the first. Snyder sporting the bright pink shoes there to go along with his white and purple Ouachita jersey. And Snyder knocks down the second, gives the Tigers a 3-point lead once again. Sternberger gets the ball to start the next possession, guarded by Knox. Sternberger gets it to Leslie. Leslie over to Cluett. Cluett's going to drive left, back up to Sternberger. Up to Briley. Briley back out to Sternberger. He's going to drive. And it's going to roll around as Belton is going to jump on the rebound. Belton loses it, but it is going to be Ouachita ball as it was swatted out by Robert Briley there. Williams Dunn is going to take it out. The Savage Storm press continues to give problems to the Ouachita offense. But Knox taking it down the court quickly, finds Dunlap in the corner. He's going to get it up to Williams Dunn. There's Knox. Knox going to take a three. Rolls around, it's no good. But it looks like Robert Briley is going to get called for the foul. The pushing foul on Belton there, and it's going to remain Ouachita Tiger basketball. And with that, Briley's going to go out of the game, and in for the Savage Storm is going to be number 44, Enzo Silveira. Over to Knox on the left side, back to Snyder. Knox driving right. To Snyder, fakes the three. Knox dials it from deep, and Knox gets his first three to go for the game. And Emery Knox, that's nice. It would be really nice to see him make a three there after missing all of his last game. And for the Savage Storm, number 3, Landon Condiff will be going to the line after drawing the foul from the Tigers.
Fun fact about Landon Condiff, I actually played AAU 30 pounds lighter with Landon Condiff, man. That's my guy right there.
As you can see, Kendall and Landon have a bit of history together. And now Condiff went on to play at the D2 level in basketball. And Kendall going on to be an All-American in his own right for D2 football. As Knox barely misses the layup there. And the Savage Storm are going to take it quickly down the court. Leslie's going to dial it from 3. No good off the right side. Rebounded. Condiff back in. Condiff going to take the 3, and it's good for Landon Condiff. Kendall, I think you might have spoke that one into existence there. Here's Williams Dunn having trouble with Briley's press. Over to Knox. Knox is going to look for other players. Belton takes it to the top of the key. Back to Knox. Knox around Belton. To Dunlap, going to drive to the middle. And he's going to get whistled for the foul there. Was looking for it for a long time. And at the very end of his time in the air, they finally called the Savage Storm for the foul there. And Dunlap will be making his first appearance at the line today.
Number 35, Kobe Dunlap.
Kobe Dunlap, one of the stories for Ouachita this season. Coming in last season, not getting too many minutes for the Tigers, but then this season showing his worth as a great shooter, but also has just been a great defender on the defensive side. Am I right, Kendall?
You are right, absolutely. And when he gets going, he's on. So if we could get him going offensively, that'll be great for us.
Dunlap goes 1 for 1 there, 1 for 1 there at the line. Sorry, 1 for 2 at the line. Sternberger driving to number 35, Dickinson. Blocked by Leslie in the corner. Sternberger's shot is blocked by Leslie, and Leslie's going to hit it off Sternberger, and it's going to be Tiger basketball. What a heads-up play by MJ Leslie to get the rebound off his own block and hit it off Sternberger there. And Leslie's going to take the ball down the court. Over to Dunn, though. Dunn driving on Dickinson. Over to Leslie. Over to Dunlap now. Here's Martin driving to the middle. Fakes the mid-range shot, back out to Williams-Dunn. Reggie Martin gets the up and under layup. Martin always playing downhill, finally gets a layup there to put himself on the board for the day. Here's Leslie over to Sternberger. He's going to drive back up to Cluett. Cluett's going to take his first shot of the game, and it's good. Excuse me, that was not his first shot of the game. He's now 1 for 4, though, with that three. Dunlap, wide open lane, is going to slow it down for the Tigers. Back up to Williams-Dunn. Up to Belton, top of the key. Over to Leslie. Leslie to Dunlap. Martin in the corner. He's going to drive, can't find anything, and he's going to pass it up to Dunlap. Dunlap's going to pull up from three, and he gets it to go on the fader over the defense. And here's Cluett taking it on the left side. Dickinson going to drive. Can't find anything, back up to Cluett. Guarded by Leslie. And Leslie's going to get whistled for the foul there on Cluett. Cluett's going to make his first appearance at the line today. And that will send us into our under 4 media timeout, our last media timeout of the half. So stay right here with us, and we'll be right back for the last 3.5 minutes of this game here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, brought to you by Taylor King Law.
Owned by OBU alumni, Java Primo is the official coffee house of Ouachita Tiger football. At Java Primo, amazing coffee is just the beginning. Try our great options at breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and don't forget about our amazing desserts. Also, shop Java Primo's gift selection 24/7 online at javaprimo.com.
Go Tigers! Go Tigers!
Whether you realize it or not, you see the work of Batson Signs all around Arkadelphia. When you see the Badger equipment trailer on the way to a Badger game, Batson Signs did that. When you're watching the Badgers, Tigers, or Reddies and see the signage that just really makes their facilities pop, Batson Signs did that too. You see the signage in downtown Arkadelphia, on the campuses of Ouachita and Henderson, or the sign in your neighbor's yard supporting a candidate or their favorite Badger? Yep, Batson Sign did that too. Longtime residents and supporters of all things Arkadelphia called Mark, Jared, Chris, or Ryan at Batson Signs today to see what they can do for you.
And welcome back, folks, to the Ouachita Sports Digital Network here, brought to you by Taylor King Law. I'm here with Kendall Givens again, and we just have about 3.5 minutes left in this first half as the Tigers lead by 5 over the Southeastern Oklahoma State Savage Storm. Kendall, tell us what you've seen so far.
I've seen a basketball game. Both teams are playing with great poise right now. I'm really impressed with Southeastern, how they are playing from behind, not really getting rattled, in the backcourt or in the front court, and they're staying solid to who they are. Ouachita, we're capitalizing on every chance we get because we know Southeastern leads the conference in scoring, I think, at 82 points a game. So they're staying solid, and I'm enjoying it.
As Cluett makes his first free throw of the game, on his first trip to the line today. Cluett's going to line up for his second shot. And it's off the front of the rim, rebounded by Belton. And Martin is going to take it down, guarded by Cluett. Martin very quick off the dribble there. But Cluett is going to get steal the ball from Martin after he loses it. Dickinson gets it to Leslie, and they're going to slow it down just a little bit. Cluett's going to dial it up from way deep. Cannot get it to go. Martin down the court. And he gets his revenge on Cluett, getting the left-handed layup to go over the 6'5" guard from Southeastern Oklahoma State. Leslie takes it and makes it over Belton there. just shortening the lead now to 3 for the Ouachita Tigers. Here's Leslie, gonna lose it out of bounds after the pass in from Williams Dunn. A lot of turnovers we're seeing right now for the Tigers. Sternberger taking it out to Dickinson. He's gonna drive. He's gonna take it left to Cluett now, guarded by Dunlap. It spins around, razzle dazzle for Cluett. Gets the right-handed layup to go over 2 defenders. Williams Dunn with the ball here, guarded by the aforementioned Cluett. Gets it over to Leslie. Leslie over to Martin, back to Williams Dunn. He's gonna drive to the middle, finds Dunlap open in the corner, rattles around the rim, but no good, and they're gonna run quickly, the Savage Storm. Sternberger on Williams Dunn. Back out to Condiff. Condiff to Leslie, guarded by Reggie Martin. Condiff guarded by Belton now. Here's Dickinson, top of the key. Over to Cluett, guarded by MJ Leslie. And a foul there called on the Tigers. It will be on MJ Leslie. It'll be on the floor. But since the Savage Storm are in the bonus, they will be going to the line here. It'll be number one Cody Cluett taking 1-and-1 at the line here. Misses the first, and it's Tiger basketball. Knox taking it down the court quickly on the right side, gonna bring it back out. And Knox on the top right here. Hands it off to Martin, who gets it to Dunlap. Tigers moving the ball around here. Belton top of the key. Dunlap looks for something. Knox gonna take it left. Dumps it off to Belton, but Belton was not ready for it. And here go the Savage Storm on the right side. Here's Cluett. And he's gonna get whistled for the charge. Great heads up play by Williams Dunn to get his feet set outside the paint. As it is now Ouachita Tigers basketball up 34-33 here. And in for the first time for the Savage Storm today, number 12, Jalen Williams. Fun fact about Jalen Williams, he played high school basketball with former OBU point guard, OBU point guard Laquan Butler Jr., as well as 2 D1 standouts, Mike Miles Jr. of TCU last year and Wade Taylor IV of Texas A&M today. And now Williams Dunn will be going to the line for 1-and-1 here. And he's going to make the first, giving the Tigers a 2-point buffer here with a minute left to go in the game, or in the first half, excuse me. Dunn's gonna take his second one, Williams Dunn, and he knocks it in. And he's gonna go right out, and Gavin Snyder, the freshman, comes in for the Tigers. Condiff passes it in to Sternberger, and he will take it in. And here's back to Condiff, guarded by Knox. Here's Leslie, top of the key. Leslie over to Dickinson, driving it on Belton. Can't find anything, throws it to the top. Tyler Haynes on the bench for the Tigers wanted to walk there. Dunlap with the rebound after the Dickinson miss, and here go the Tigers. Knox wanted a 3 there, but he didn't take it. Dunlap over to Snyder. Into Belton over Leslie. And it bounces in for him. And that'll give Belton 4 today. He is 2 for 2 from the field today. And here's Dickinson taking it down. over Belton. 16 seconds on the shot, and the shot clock on the clock, and the shot clock is off at this point. Looks like the Savage Storm are going to hold it for the last shot here. Dickinson driving it to the middle, loses it a little bit to Williams in the corner, and Williams knocks it down, and that will end off the first half here in Bill Vining Arena as the Tigers go into the halftime break with a 2-point lead, 38-36 here. And Kendall, what do you think has been the reason why the Tigers have just come out so quickly today?
I think that they are playing smart. They're playing really, really well on offense, really, really well on defense. One thing that I would like to see them do coming out of the second half is take advantage of the size. You mentioned that Southeastern really doesn't have a big. They really don't have a big man who can go down there and bang with Rollin. And so if Rollin Belton can get going down there, we can take advantage of the mismatch. I think that'll be helpful to the on the scoreboard for the Ouachita Tigers.
And that's what. And the Tigers have been playing very well offensively up to this point. And with that, we're going to take a break for halftime here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, brought to you by Taylor King Law.
We specialize in bringing the law to your corner. We are dedicated to
Food isn't just fuel to live, it's fuel to grow. My family relied on public assistance to help provide meals for us. These meals fueled my involvement in theater and the arts as a child, which fostered my love for acting. The Feeding America network of food banks helps millions of people put food on the table. When people are fed, futures are nourished. Join the movement to end hunger, and together we can open endless possibilities for people to thrive. Visit feedingamerica.org/actnow.
Make Print Mania in downtown Arkadelphia your place to get embroidery, screen printing, trophies, and more. Drop by their store on Main Street in downtown Arkadelphia or visit their website at printmaniatees.com to see how they can help your business or group. Need a shirt for an event? Let Print Mania take care of that. Need promotional materials for your business or organization? You can let Print Mania take care of that too. A family-run local business in Arkadelphia, Print Mania has been serving the public since 1992. Call Print Mania today, 870-246-3803.
Tech knows how to keep a little secret. I don't wish for my success, I speak it. I caught a buzz and you did too, but you tweaking. I look like I've been getting money, how reeking. You smell me, that's LV.
I knew I would be undersized and I would be in the minority in a lot of areas. I had my AAU coaches constantly telling me that and telling me that work ethic had to always outbeat because you're going to be smaller, you're going to be like probably the shortest one on the court in most areas.
I'm super hard on myself, so if I do get low, it's about myself. You know, when momentum is going in our way, I don't let that get in my head and get a big head. I like to just stay calm. I need people that like to get hype, I guess, but you also need the people that can keep everyone level and, you know, keep everybody else calm too.
I think sacrifice is putting
your ego and your pride aside for someone else. And so I think that was like the hardest thing that I've like had to do, like being on this team, was just to accept my role and to understand that like every role in a team is important and that no one's less than someone else just because they might not get 20 minutes on the court or score like a bunch of threes. So
I was never like the best player, and I always, you know, like eighth and ninth grade, I kind of sat the bench. 10th grade, even getting to high school, I sat the bench a lot, and so it just really motivated me to just keep working and keep getting better, and to just, I had my own journey, and I knew that everyone has their different journeys, and it's just been cool to see myself get better year after year, and now be good enough to play at the college level.
My identity, because a lot of people see me as a basketball player, and sometimes I let that affect me, and I gotta realize that I'm also just a normal human being and a person. So I feel like that's one of the biggest things that I face. Threes. Just shoot the three. Shoot the pull up, everything offense.
Close and they let it go while I reload. Like, bow, bow, bow. TSA just opened my book bag up and my chain hitting like, bow. The King's back in his hometown when them wheels hit and I touch down, they she down low, 3-point stands. I'm back there doing jack dance like
In life, things aren't scripted.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and translate those skills to officiating.
You can get a lot out of it.
It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
And welcome back to the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, brought to you by Taylor King Law. We're here at halftime, and we've got some halftime stats for you. Ouachita leads 38-36 in this game. You know, Ouachita 5-9, leading over the 10-7 Savage Storm. Kendall, you know, what have you seen that, you know, has put this underdog team, as like the Tigers, up so far?
Ouachita has played with some momentum. Southeastern is coming off an 83-81 loss against Henderson on Thursday night. Ouachita's playing with momentum. One thing that I mentioned in the pregame was having to play with no mistakes. And right now, Ouachita has 7 turnovers to Southeastern's 9 turnovers. I think that's a credit to how this game has been going, and I think that's a credit to the practices that has been held prior to this game.
And you said something. You know, coming off a loss at Henderson, Southeastern Oklahoma State has been here since Thursday night, where they did lose a heartbreaker to Henderson by 2 points, whereas the Tigers on Thursday night won over East Carolina, or won over ECU, East Central University, in a win here in Bill Vining Arena. So both teams have played 2 games in the past couple days here in the town of Arkadelphia, Arkansas. But looking into the numbers here, you know, you see a very wide spread of points across this Ouachita team. Kobe Dunlap leading the Tigers with 7 points. But you also have 3 other players scoring 6 points in this game, Kendall. So, you know, what have you seen when it comes to the spread of points across all players today?
Well, it's showing up right here with the field goal percentage, 52% from the field, meaning that we are making over half of the shots that we are putting up. So going 52% from the field, making 6 3-pointers, 100% from the free throw line. That, like you said, man, that goes across the board as far as everybody getting involved in this ball game.
And then for the Savage Storm, the biggest thing the Tigers are going to have to contain this second half is going to be 6'7" forward Kyle Leslie leads the Savage Storm with 8 points today on 2 for 4 from the field, both of those coming off 3-pointers and then 2 free throws. Leslie has been pretty dangerous from 3-point range. So how do you guard such a tall player from that range?
Well, what you have to do is you have to pack the three-point line. You can't let them get the looks that they're wanting. You can't let them get the looks that they desire. Packing the three-point line, which, I mean, Ouachita has done a good job of that in the first half, but packing that three-point line, not allowing those looks to come alive and having those guys be able to rebound and get out in the transition game.
And then also for the Savage Storm, you're seeing players like Cody Cluett and Jet Sternberger, players that typically score a lot. Cluett and Sternberger scoring 18 points respectively against Henderson the other night. Both of them having pretty quiet games so far. Cluett just 6 points on 2 for 6 today, and Sternberger just 4 points on 1 for 6 today. So how have the Tigers played well on defense to be able to contain what 2 electric scorers for this team?
Well, I think it comes down to guarding your yard. In high school. At my high school, we had the term saying, or the saying saying, guard your yard, right? And so they're guarding their area, playing their zones really, really well, knowing when to go for the ball, knowing when to gamble, when not to. And then, again, translating down to the offensive end, man. Transition buckets, making the open shot, getting our shooters the ball, Kobe Dunlap, MJ Leslie, getting our shooters the ball. And then, like I said before, getting the big fella down low going. And that'll be, again, that'll lead us to victory, I think.
And then also in this Tiger lineup, you see that, like I was talking about, 3 other players with 6 points respectively. You've got Taryn Williams, MJ Leslie, and Reggie Martin a quiet 6 points on 3 for 6 today. Where do the Tigers need to go to? Who do the Tigers need to go to in this second half to keep this lead and eventually win this game?
It's hard to contain shooters, so I'd say keep going to MJ Leslie, get Kobe Dunlap involved. Reggie Martin, he's a pest on defense, and he'll get his buckets on offense. But I say, like, it's hard to guard shooters. So you continue to make shots, you continue to get rebounds, you continue to play solid defense, you'll be successful.
And surely the penetration from Reggie Martin will be vital to creating those 3-point opportunities on the outside. Reggie Martin looks like he's being shot out of a cannon every single time he takes that drive down low. And MJ Leslie can make a shot over any height, over anyone, when he gets the ball up over the defenders. And as the Tigers come back on the court now, along with the Savage Storm to warm up, looks like we will take just a bit of another break before the start of the second half here at Bill Vining Arena on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, brought to you by Taylor King Law.
At Taylor King Law, we understand that being injured can be a stressful and overwhelming experience.
And that's why we're here to help you every step of the way.
As your dedicated legal team, we'll stand by your side when you're being ignored.
We'll be on your side to fight for the compensation you deserve.
Don't let the insurance companies intimidate you. Let us go to work for you.
Call us today and let us help you get back on the road to recovery.
On your side, by your side. When you've been injured, we're here for you.
I've heard people say Ouachita.
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 Is it pronounced Ouachita?
Searching for Ouachita Baptist University.
Back in Texas, everybody pronounces it Wichita, but really, it's Ouachita.
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 How would you pronounce it?
Ouachita.
Ouachita.
It's Ouachita Baptist University. Get it right.
It's Ouachita, people. It's Ouachita. Ouachita.
The central and midwestern U.S. averages more than 850 tornadoes each year, and lately, the number of floods has been rising in the region too. So chances are, there will be more twisters and floods near here again. And between school, sports, and social lives, chances are, you won't be with your kids when it happens. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids has all the educational tools and information to make the conversation easy. When the time comes, chances are they'll feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
Captain Henderson House. We're a home to call your very own when you're away from yours, with a porch to end your night on, surrounded by friends, sharing stories and old times, and a yard with memories of summertime weddings and picnics after the game. We are so thankful for the life this house has seen for nearly 150 years. Come stay with us and join in on our stories. Captain Henderson House, Inn and Events.
Hey world, I have a quick message. It's about safe driving. All right, let's go. Anytime you're driving, have the seatbelt buckle tight. Both hands on the wheel and your phone out of sight. When not in your hand, trying to text somebody back. Because if you do, your car might get smacked. The moral of the story, just put your phone down. The people on the road will stay safe and sound. Put your phone down, put your phone down. People on the road will stay safe and sound. Yeah.
I'm Sandra, this is Jorge, and we were adopted in 2019. I remember when they first came to us, Michael was already a teenager. The whole cliche of they're so lucky to have you guys, and it's the other way around. They have changed our family for the better. They chose to love us. They didn't have to. They chose us. Family.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org.
And welcome back to more second half action here at Bill Vining Arena on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, brought to you by Taylor King Law. We're just a couple seconds away now from the pass in here by number 35 Dickinson as we start the second half. The Tigers hold just a 2-point lead going into the break as they now start the second period of the game. Burns is going to pass to Dickinson. Burns is going to drive quickly to the right, and they're going to whistle him for a walk on the first possession of the half. Just 10 seconds into the half here. Williams is going to pass it in for the Tigers. Gets it into Martin. Martin trapped in the corner, but gets it off to Williams-Dunn. Tigers passing the ball around here. Here's Martin over to Leslie. Leslie tried to find Williams there, couldn't get it to him. Martin in the corner, and it's going to bounce off the back iron and out. Burns quickly to Leslie. Burns driving right here. Inside to Dickinson, guarded by Williams-Dunn. Dickinson muscles the shot in over Williams-Dunn, tying the game at 38 for the Savage Storm. Here's Williams driving, and they're going to whistle a carry. You don't see that too often, but Taryn Williams going to get whistled for the carry there. First turnover of the half for the Tigers. Here's Burns here. Going to go quickly, guarded by Williams, taking it right, and he's going to lose it. And it looks like they're going to whistle Burns for the foul, and it's going to be Tiger basketball. Here's Williams passing it in. Gets it into Dunn, swatted away by the Storm. And looks like Cluett was out of bounds, jiving on the floor there for the ball. And it will be Tiger basketball once again. Excuse me, it was a foul. And it's Tiger basketball. Burns out to Martin. Martin to the corner. Leslie, corner three, and it bounces off the front of the rim. And they're going to whistle Belton for the foul. That'll be Belton's second foul of the game. Here's Burns taking it down for the Savage Storm. Sternberger back to Burns. Taking it right, back up to Dickinson. Sternberger. Burns guarded by Belton's going to take it on Belton. Dumps it off to Dickinson, who was not ready for it, and it is out of bounds on the Savage Storm. And it is Tiger basketball once again. Just under 2 minutes passed in this half so far, and we just have 2 points on the board for both teams, as the Savage Storm has 2 points in the half. Martin into Williams. Williams looking for it. Loses it, and they're going to whistle Burns for the foul. And that'll be Burns' 4th foul of the game, and they're going to take him out along with Leslie for the Savage Storm. Burns, a very vital player to this Savage Storm team, playing with foul trouble. Now 4. One more will disqualify him from this game. As they pass it into Williams, backing it down on Dickinson. And the roll off the backboard is good for Taryn Williams as he puts the Tigers on the board this half. Sternberger floater over Martin is no good. Martin down the court to Williams. It's just him and Dickinson. And Williams gets his 2nd bucket of the half for the Tigers over Dickinson. Dickinson looking right here. Hands it off to Condiff. Condiff over to Cluett. Cluett driving to the middle. Leslie. And MJ Leslie draws the charge on the Savage Storm, player Enzo Silveira. Tigers on a bit of a momentum, having a little bit of momentum here now. 4-0 run since around the 18-minute mark. Here's Williams taking it down the court. Here's Leslie, hands it off to Martin. Tigers moving the ball around here. Leslie pulls up from deep, off the left side, rebounded by Martin. Leslie is going to get it again into Martin. And Martin's going to lose it, steal by Condiff. Sternberger taking it down on Williams Dunn. He pulls up over Williams Dunn, and Sternberger, mid-range shot over Williams Dunn there. Those are his first points of the half. He is now 2 for 8 in this game. Here's Leslie over to Williams. Here's Martin here. Williams Dunn's gonna drive. No looker to Leslie, and Leslie again a miss from the corner. Dickinson on Williams Dunn. And Williams Dunn's going to grab him, and they're going to whistle him for the foul there.
I have to say, I think that was a smart foul, a bit of a smart foul. There's a bit of a size difference, and so I think that was a bit of a smart foul to save the free bucket.
And with that foul, we will hit the under 16-minute mark here in the second half, which means we will be going to a break here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, brought to you by Taylor King Law.
I've heard people say Ouachita.
Ouachita. Is it pronounced Ouachita?
Searching for Ouachita Baptist University.
Back in Texas, everybody pronounces it Wichita, but really, it's Ouachita.
Ouachita. How would you pronounce it?
Ouachita. It's Ouachita Baptist University. Get it right.
It's Ouachita, people. It's Ouachita.
The central and midwestern U.S. averages more than 850 tornadoes each year, and lately, the number of floods has been rising in the region too. So chances are, there will be more twisters and floods near here again. And between school, sports, and social lives, chances are, you won't be with your kids when it happens. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids has all the educational tools and information to make the conversation easy. When the time comes, chances are they'll feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
And welcome back to more second half action here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network. The Tigers now lead 42-40 at 15:52 here in the second half here in Bill Vining Arena. In this half so far, what do you think has been the driving force for both teams, Kendall?
Well, I'd say both teams would have to limit turnovers. It's been a bit of a sloppy play starting out second half. Both teams limit turnovers.
And going here is Dickinson taking 2 from the line as he misses the first for the Savage Storm, which will prevent their ability to tie it up here at the line. But he can make it a 1-point deficit with a make here. And he will do just that. Now, Savage Storm trail just by 1. Knox taking it quickly. And Leslie tries to get the up and under. No good, but the rebound is bobbled by the Savage Storm, and it will be Tiger basketball once again. Interesting point that Kendall made. Tigers have 2 turnovers this half, while the Savage Storm have 4 already in just what is only been around 4 minutes elapsed here. And the refs going over to review a play here. Going to check on that last play to see if who the ball was out of bounds on, off the Leslie up and under. You see in that replay, it looks like it was clearly off Dickinson. But as we go to this timeout, the refs are checking to see just in case. Also checking to see where the shot clock would be at this time. Shout out to the members of the OSDN team in the trailer right now, running the replay station, helping the referees here be able to make the correct call. And what has been a tight game, making the correct call is always very important, especially when this game could come down to 1 or 2 possessions. And with that, the referees are off. And it will remain Ouachita basketball as Emery Knox will take it out for the Tigers. Kendall, you want to give us some insight on what the referees were doing there?
I'm not even sure what they were looking at. They were trying to figure out the timing more than anything else. So the timing, the game clock didn't start. So they were trying to figure out how much time was left on the clock.
And it also in a change of events, it is Savage Storm basketball, as I was mistaken earlier. Here's Sternberger going to take it right over to Condiff. Condiff, tough layup is no good. Bouncing around, and it's going to be a shot clock violation on the Savage Storm. Looks like, and actually it looks like it was a jump ball call there by the referees. Either way, it is Ouachita basketball, and Taryn Williams will take it out here. Here's Knox going to run it quickly. And he's going to slow it up a little bit. Into Belton. No good on the hook shot over Silveira. Sternberger guarded by Knox. Cluett dumps it off to Condiff, and Condiff gives the Savage Storm the lead. And just as quickly as Condiff gives the lead to the Savage Storm for the first time, Taryn Williams takes it right back for the Tigers. And Knox is going to swat the Condiff pass away. He's going to take it and takes it and makes it a tough shot over the Savage Storm's Briley there. Here's Sternberger up at the top. Screen from Briley. Silveira at the top of the key to Condiff. Condiff's going to pull up. Rebounded by Silveira. Condiff, tough layup, no good. Taryn Williams is going to come with a tough rebound, and here go the Tigers. Williams over Silveira and steps around Enzo Silveira. Taryn Williams with a tough layup. The Tigers lead by 5 now, 48-43, as the Savage Storm call a timeout. And also with that, we will call a timeout here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, brought to you by Taylor King Law.
Captain Henderson House. We're a home to call your very own when you're away from yours, with a porch to end your night on, surrounded by friends, sharing stories and old times, and a yard with memories of summertime weddings and picnics after the game. We are so thankful for the life this house has seen for nearly 150 years. Come stay with us and join in on our stories. Captain Henderson House, Inn and Events.
And we're back here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, brought to you by Taylor King Law. Here's another look at that tough Taryn Williams possession there. Taryn Williams possession where he gets the tough rebound and steps around Silveira with the contest from what looks to be Cluett as well. Taryn Williams bringing that talent from Louisiana Tech last season, playing over there down in Ruston, Louisiana. At one point Williams was at one point the #1 recruit in the state of Arkansas. Now bringing that talent here to Arkadelphia, Arkansas, where you see the craftiness as well as just the strength to be able to convert with a man hitting him in the air there. It will be Savage Storm basketball as the Tigers lead 48-43 with 13:31 remaining in the second half here in Bill Vining Arena. And taking it out for the Savage Storm will be Robert Briley. Here's Dickinson taking it down on Williams. Dickinson taking it left. Tough shot over Williams is no good. Gets it to Knox. Razzle Dazzle is blocked. Good heads up defense by Cluett there to get the block on Martin. And Williams draws the charge on Cluett. Cluett just stiff-armed him there, and the referees called him for what is another charge on this Savage Storm team. Tough defense by the Savage Storm is broken down by the Tigers. Leslie, wide open three, and he laces it. KJ Leslie heating up from deep today. MJ Leslie, excuse me. And Cluett's gonna drive right and get the floater to go. Here's Knox taking it to the middle, over to Williams. Williams sizing up Dickinson here. And Knox will be whistled for the foul there. Oh, and there will be a 5-second call, a 5-second call on the Tigers, and it will be Savage Storm basketball. Here is Condiff taking it down on MJ Leslie. At some point, I will get his name right. Sternberger taking it on Knox. And it's Tiger basketball. Leslie taking it down finds Martin. Martin's going to pull up for the floater, and they're going to call him and they're going to call the foul there, as Martin is going to take his first trip to the line today. And that will be our under 12 media timeout as well. So we will take a break with it here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, brought to you by Taylor King Law.
Hey world, I have a quick message. It's about safe driving. All right, let's go. Anytime you're driving, have the seatbelt buckled tight. Both hands on the wheel and your phone out of sight. When not in your hand trying to text somebody back. Because if you do, your car might get smacked. The moral of the story, just put your phone down. The people on the road will stay safe and sound. Put your phone down, put your phone down. People on the road will stay safe and sound. Yeah.
I'm Sandra, this is Jorge, and we were adopted in 2019. I remember when they first came to us, Michael was already a teenager. The whole cliche of they're so lucky to have you guys, and it's the other way around. They have changed our family for the better. They chose to love us. They didn't have to. They chose us. Family.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org.
And welcome back to the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, brought to you by Taylor King Law, here in what has been a tight game here in Bill Vining Arena, as the Tigers lead 51-45 with just over 11 and a half minutes remaining in this game. Kendall, what do you think will be the catalyst for the Tigers to finish this game out here?
Continue to do what they're doing. They're scoring at a really high level right now. Guard play is getting them into some good positions to take some good shots. So I think just continue to play consistent like they're doing.
And before the break, Reggie Martin was whistled, or the Savage Storm was whistled for a foul in the middle there. And Reggie Martin will be going to the line for 2 free throws here, his first 2 of the game. Martin is a 70% free throw shooter on the season as he nets his first one. And he cannot get the second one to go as he goes 1 for 2 at the line there. And here's Burns coming back in after playing with 4 fouls here. Gets it up to Leslie at the top of the key. Leslie looking for a guy to pass to. Can't find anyone. Burns back to Leslie. He's going to drive on Williams. Backing him down now. Fader, no good off the front of the rim, and Williams is going to push the pace with Martin. Martin top of the key here. He's guarded by Cluett. Back to Martin, looks for the 3, can't find anything. Knox pulls up for 3. Nice opportunity for Emory Knox, can't get anything. Belton with the offensive rebound. And they're going to whistle this, and they're going to whistle number 45. Robert Briley for the foul. Great effort there by Belton to draw the foul off the offensive rebound.
Shooting for Ouachita, number 1, Roman Belton.
Belton is a 43% free throw shooter on the season as he knocks down the first one. Belton has only taken 7 free throws this season, this being his 8th and 9th here. And he's going to lace both of them, making him 5 for 9 on the season now. Here's Burns taking it down the court quickly. Him and Leslie passing it back and forth. Burns right side. And number 45, Robert Briley, will get the easy bucket off the nice pass from Brendan Burns. Here's Knox, top of the key, guarded by Sternberger. Here's Snyder. Knox tries to get it into Belton, and they're going to whistle Sternberger for the kicked ball violation. Good heads-up play by Sternberger just to get in front of the ball there after Knox had what looked to be an easy pass to the wide-open rolling Belton there.
Those are the looks that we need to continue to look for and get. Pick and roll right there.
That's how the Tigers won their last matchup against East Central. Typically a good three-point shooting team. This Tigers team was not shooting very well from three-point range the other night, but they found a way to win by finding good looks on the inside. As Williams misses the three and Savage Storm ball here. Here's Cluett. Back to Burns. Burns driving. It's going between the three Savage Storm players at the top. And they find a shot that they want. And that is Leslie. The 6'7" forward has been dialing it up from deep a lot, and they have been answering a lot today. That is Leslie's third three of the game. And that will be a Ouachita turnover here. 9:20 remaining in the game. Tigers lead by 4. It's Savage Storm ball as Brennan Burns takes it down the court for Southeastern Oklahoma State. Here's Sternberger. Burns pulls up. Laces it from just a little right from the free throw line there. Snyder guarded by Sternberger. And Sternberger cannot stay on his feet as he falls into Snyder. And Snyder's going to get the foul call there. And that foul will put the Tigers in what looks to be an early bonus. 1-1, and Snyder will shoot 1-1 here. As he knocks in the first one, giving the Tigers a 3-point lead. A make here will give the Tigers a 2-possession lead. Snyder on the season is a 78% shooter from the line. And he knocks in the second one, giving the Tigers a 56-52 lead here with just under 9 minutes to go in the game. Here's Burns, gets the screen, can't find anyone, back to Sternberger. Sternberger off the front of the rim, rebounded by Leslie. And Burns no good with the up and under, and Tigers are running it. Here's Knox taking it in the middle. Easy layup off the downhill play from Emery Knox. Tigers with a 6-point cushion now. Burns driving middle on Belton and gets the layup to go over Rollin Belton. And they're going to whistle Belton for the foul there as Burns goes to the line for one more, trying to make it a 3-point play. Brendan Burns has come alive for the Savage Storm in this half and has really caused some problems for this team. How do the Tigers contain him here?
Well, I mean, the story doesn't change, man. You just have to continue to stay solid like you have been. There's a team like Southeastern, you can't really just point out one person when they all play so well collectively. So the story doesn't change, although you're right, he is coming alive here in these last couple of minutes of the ball game.
Burns has scored the last 5 points for the Savage Storm. Excuse me, he scored 5 points this half, but not the last one, as Dunlap gets the 3 to go. And the Tigers now once again lead by 5. Getting those 3 points back really quickly. And Burns again, another 3-point play. Kendall, I just feel like I spoke that into existence. Burns, another 3-point play. He truly has come alive this half, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has.
And with that is the under 8 media timeout, which means we will take a break with them here at Bill Vining Arena. So stay tuned for some more basketball action here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, brought to you by Taylor King Law.
Visit the Ouachita campus store for all your Tiger apparel, merchandise, and gifts. If you need something to wear to show your Tiger pride, stop by the Ouachita campus store on the bottom floor of the Evans Student Center to grab a t-shirt, sweatshirt, polo, or more. If you can't stop by the store on campus, visit us online at bookstore.obu.edu. Make your purchase and we'll send it to you. Support the Tigers by checking out the Ouachita campus store. Go Tigers.
Owned by OBU alumni, Java Primo is the official coffee house of Ouachita Tiger football. At Java Primo, amazing coffee is just the beginning. Try our great options at breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and don't forget about our amazing desserts. Also, shop Java Primo's gift selection 24/7 online at javaprimo.com.
Go Tigers! Go Tigers!
And welcome back, folks, to some more basketball action here at Bill Vining Arena, brought to you by the Ouachita Sports Digital Network. And in this game, Brendan Burns has come alive for the Southeastern Oklahoma State Savage Storm, and he has 7 points in this half. Excuse me, not 7 points. He does have 7 points in this half with an opportunity to score one more here at the free throw line. And the Tigers have been responding, equally. But Kendall, how do they contain? Like I said earlier, how do they contain Burns, especially with the absolute run that he's been going on now?
Well, just have to shore it up defensively. You have to shore it up defensively, limit the mistakes on the offensive end that lead to those defensive points that Burns has.
Speaking of Burns, he also has 4 fouls, and so. With 7:44 remaining in this game, Burns will need to stay away from fouling as he makes the free throw. If Burns wants to stay in this game, he will need to stay away from fouling. Tigers passing it in. Here is Knox. To Martin, to Williams. To Dunlap, to Knox. Knox driving it in. Spin move. Williams going to pull up. And he knocks it in. Taryn Williams makes it his 3rd 3 of the game. And he is now 7 for 11 from the field. And that's 17 points for Taryn Williams. In the last game, very similar performance as today. Taryn Williams scored 25 in the last game. He's got 17 now. He's been a very big player for this team in the past 2 games as Sternberger knocks in the 3 for the Savage Storm. And the Tigers are going to slow it up there. They have been trading 3-point play for 3-point play in this game up to this point in this half. Knox going to take it in, spinning it. Williams going to pull it up from 3 again, and it just misses off the back rim. Was trying to keep the trend going to give the Tigers a 6-point lead once again, but could not make it. Here's Burns looking for an opening. Driving on Belton. He's stopped by Knox, and the pass to the corner is swatted away by Taryn Williams, and it will remain Savage Storm basketball, but good heads-up play by Taryn Williams to keep the ball from getting to the easy shooter in the corner. And Williams, he's going to have a wide open shot to the basket, and Williams with the slam on the other end. Coast to coast for Taryn Williams, and that'll be the first dunk of the game for either team. And Briley there on the screen will get called for the moving screen, and it is going to be Tiger basketball. Bit of a break in the action here.
Timeout. Official review.
And the officials will be reviewing it here. The original call was on Reggie Martin there, but they are looking over to see if it might have been a moving screen on Briley, as he did get hit in the face. excuse me, the foul's not on number 3, Reggie Martin. It would have been on Kobe Dunlap, number 35. As you see on the replay, Dunlap tries to move around the screen and hits number 35, number 45, Robert Briley in the face, trying to determine if he was moving on that screen or if it was just an elbow to the face by Dunlap. Refs going back to the monitor again. And they have their decision. And it is a flagrant 1 on Tigers' Kobe Dunlap, which means that Robert Briley will have 2 shots on the other end and the ball back. Means that the Savage Storm will have 2 shots on the other end and the ball back. What a turn of events for the Tigers, who now will be looking to respond after what has been a flagrant 1 here. And here's Briley going to the line. The rules for a flagrant 1 say that he will have 2 shots without any, inhibitions here. And then they will have the ball back, and then the Savage Storm will have the ball back for a possession afterwards. And Briley misses the first free throw. This is his third trip to the ball. This is his third trip to the line today. He is 2 for 3 so far. Now he is 2 for 4. And the make there makes him 3 for 5 and gives the Tigers and gives the Savage Storm. Now the Savage Storm are just trailing by 4 points in this game. Sternberger will take it out here. And here we go to resume play as Briley goes out and in comes Condiff. Here's Burns up at the top of the key. Over to Sternberger. Burns looking for a guy to pass to. Up to Leslie. He gets Knox up in the air, dribbles it, and the mid-range shot is no good. Sternberger gets the steal on Knox, though, and gets an easy free throw line jump shot to go. Now shortening the Tiger lead to just 2 with just under 5.5 minutes remaining in this game. Kendall, what was a 6-point lead for the Tigers is now just 2 points. How do they respond?
Well, you have to respond playing smart basketball. The last couple of minutes, they haven't been playing smart basketball like we saw that last possession there with the freelance ball. Right there, we have to play smart.
And right there is the smart basketball you were looking for, Kendall, as Belton draws a charge. That is the 4th drawn charge for the Tigers in this game. And in comes Briley once again for the Savage Storm as Condiff makes his way back to the bench. Briley got hit in the face earlier, but he looks fine after what was a pretty big elbow to the face from Kobe Dunlap. And after a bit of a break to wipe up the court, here we are back. Here the Tigers are back with the ball. Knox takes it down. Here's Knox, passes it to the free throw line. Williams going to take it back out. Over to Knox. Knox over to Dunlap. Dunlap's pulling up for 3. Bounces off the back of the rim. No good. Belton wrestling for it. And he can't get his hands on the ball, and it's going to sail out of bounds. Good effort by Roland Belton there, though, to get his hands on the ball. And almost the rebound there. Lots of trips to the floor these players are making with some big effort plays today, Kendall. That's something we like to see, isn't it?
Yes, and the hustle plays, they resort in points, Hustle plays resort in points, and both teams have been making some good hustle plays.
And they're going to need those hustle plays if whoever wants to come out wants to win this game, because it is just a 2-point contest here as Burns makes it a no-point contest, tying it up at 66 points with 4:24 remaining in the game. Folks, it is 0-0 again. The Tigers looking to gain the advantage they used to have. Into Williams. Williams back out to Martin. Martin slows it up. Knox pulls up for 3. Off back of the rim. Belton gets his hand on it. And they're going to the floor again. And it's going to be a jump ball as Rollin Belton gets his hands on the rebound, but Briley wrestles it away from him. And they're on the floor for a jump ball. And it will be Savage Storm ball after this media timeout here. And with that, so will we here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, brought to you by Taylor King Law.
Even the mighty might not see it coming. It's prediabetes, and it captures 1 in 3 adults. But you can escape. Take the 1-minute prediabetes risk test to know where you stand and prevent or delay type 2 diabetes. Be your own hero on smartphones everywhere at doihaveprediabetes.org.
Whether you realize it or not, you see the work of bats and signs all around Arkadelphia. When you see the Badger equipment trailer on the way to a Badger game, bats and signs did that. When you're watching the Badgers, Tigers, or Reddies and see the signage that just really makes their facilities pop, bats and signs did that too. You see the signage in downtown Arkadelphia, on the campuses of Ouachita and Henderson, or the sign in your neighbor's yard supporting a candidate or their favorite Badger? Yep, Bats and Sign did that too. Longtime residents and supporters of all things Arkadelphia called Mark, Jared, Chris, or Ryan at Bats and Signs today to see what they can do for you.
And welcome back to the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, brought to you by Taylor King Law. And here, it is 0-0, 66-66 in fact, here with just under 4 minutes remaining to go in this game, as the Tigers, who once had a lead in this game, have given up a little bit of points to the Savage Storm, who now have the ball and the advantage here, as Burns takes it down the court. He's been playing with 4 fouls since about the midway point here in this half, since about the beginning of this half. And here we go. Ball goes into Burns here. Here's Leslie, guarded by Williams. Over to Briley. Hands it off to Burns. Burns looking for an opening. Shot over Knox, no good off the left iron. Dunlap's going to get the rebound and he's going to take it down. And passes it over to Martin. And here's Knox here. Knox looking for an inside opening, can't find anything. Finally finds Williams, pulls up from the free throw line, no good. Rebound by Belton, and Belton puts it in. And the Tigers have regained their lead, 68-66, with just 3 minutes left in this game. And the tough score by Cody Cluett ties the game up once again as we pass the 240 mark in this game. And Coach Nutt is going to want a timeout, but we're going to stay. Coach Nutt is going to call a timeout, but we're going to stay here and talk about what has been a very tightly contested game, Kendall. You know, you've seen back and forth shots from both of these teams in this half. Kendall, what are they going to need to gain the advantage in what has been a very contested half so far?
Well, I'll tell you what. For Southeastern, I think Burns he's come in really handy for them. He really didn't do much the first half, and he's been playing with foul trouble, so he's been playing smart. but him playing smart has resulted in him coming up big for his team. As for the Tigers, we have to be able to stop those baskets that we're getting. We did have the lead, but they've been cutting the lead short with those baskets going in, and we've been letting them go in free, but we also don't want to get in foul trouble either. So just both teams playing smart, but the Tigers especially, because we want to walk away with the win.
The Savage Storm have 2 players playing with 4 fouls on the court right now, both Burns and Cluett. But Ouachita, on the other hand, has 3 players with 3 fouls. That would be MJ Leslie, Rollin Belton, and Marvin Williams Dunn. Now, Kendall, if I'm the Tigers and I see 2 players with 4 fouls, doesn't that seem like a good opportunity to go straight at them?
Absolutely, and there'll be 2 losses that will hurt, as far as losing them in the ball game, and it's not the ball game isn't over yet. So yes, go at those 2 players with those 4 fouls. But I mean, like I said, man, if I'm Southeastern, I still go at those players with the 3 fouls. It's not fun being in foul trouble with 2 minutes left, but you still have to play like you're behind. And right now the game is tied, so you have to play smart.
Luckily for the Tigers, leading scorer of the night, Darren Williams, playing with only 2 fouls today, so he is. Now, I don't want to jinx him, but he might be pretty much safe from the foul bug today. But we will see here as we have just over 2.5 minutes remaining in this game, and we are just about to start up play again. As Coach Nutt calls his players back in for one quick reconvening here. As number 45 looks to be going to the trainer, number 45, Robert Briley. He has had a bit of, he did take a shot to the face earlier, but looks like he is, they're looking at, the Ouachita trainer's looking at his elbow. Bit of stoppage of play here, but looks like we're going back into this game here. Knox taking it out, and Martin looks to be receiving. And here's Knox top the key. Martin in the corner, back to Dunlap. Dunlap's gonna drive baseline to Belton. And he's gonna get the tough. He's not gonna get the shot to go, but he's gonna get the foul there. And Belton is gonna go to the line for 2 more. Rollin Belton has been vital to this Ouachita offense today after not really being a huge factor for this offense so far this season. So, going to the line for the 2nd time today after only shooting 7 free throws on the season going into this game, Rollin Belton. What a game for the 6'8" big man. Transfer from Morris College. As Belton sinks the first one, he is 3 for 3 in the game today. And the second one bounces in. I was about to say that he was 100% from the field, but I did not want to jinx that second shot, and looks like it paid off as Belton gets the 2 points from the line, and the Tigers now hit 70 points. Interesting stat here as Burns ties the game up there. Interesting stat here for the Tigers. They are 6-2 in games this season where they have scored over 70 points. Here, game tied at 70, just under 2 minutes to go, and Knox with the ball. Williams backing down. No good on the hook. Rebounded by Belton. Blocked. And it is out of bounds on the Savage Storm. 19 seconds left on the shot clock. My producer here, Chris Babb, is making fun of me for not pronouncing Marist College correctly, seeing as I do have a bit of mid-major basketball experience. As Knox will take it out of bounds here from below the basket. It'll throw right up to Kobe Dunlap. Knox step back 3. It's no good off the back iron, but he's going to get his own rebound. And he's going to get the rebound in the corner, traps, and calls a timeout. And with that, we will also take a timeout here. We will also take a timeout here at Bill Vining Arena, and we'll be right back with some basketball action on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
Baseball for me just kind of was the glue that kept my family together. I feel like I was able to come here and get my triple major, as well as play a super high level of baseball against some of the best players in the country. There's a lot of options here in Division II with a lot of great ball players and a lot of great people, and they make sure that they give you every opportunity to succeed on and off the field.
And after a quick break, we are right back here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, brought to you by Taylor King Law. And that last possession, Emery Knox misses the three but gets the rebound and smartly calls a timeout after being trapped in the corner there with nowhere to go. And here, Knox will take the ball out with 20 seconds left on the shot clock for the Tigers and just under a minute and a half remaining in this game. One story for this game has been Taron Williams for the Tigers. 19 points, 8 for 15 from the field. He has made an impact on just about every part of this game with 7 rebounds to go along with those points. And with that, we'll start the action back up here at Bill Vining Arena. Knox passes into Belton, gives it back to Knox, quickly driving it. And Reggie Martin gets the defense up in the air. And nice right-handed layup there to get the 2 points. And with that, we're taking the Savage Storm will take another timeout. But we will stay here, seeing as we did just take a break just a minute ago, and we'll talk about this game. You see there, getting 2 points for Reggie Martin is enough to make the Savage Storm call a timeout. Kendall, what here is going to really be the thing that the Savage Storm are going to need to do to get a score here?
The hustle plays. The hustle plays that really come up big for them, as well as Ouachita. I think the hustle plays that made a difference in this ball game. Both teams are scoring at will right now, with it being 72-70, Ouachita with the lead. But the hustle plays is what's been sticking out and what's been working, it seems like, for both sides.
And then for Ouachita, what are they going to need to do to erase any hopes of a Savage Storm comeback here?
They have to limit buckets in the paint. Free buckets, they have to limit those.
On top of that, Ouachita also still has a foul to give. So in the situation where they do need to foul, Ouachita will not be in the bonus for another foul. Whereas the Savage Storm are in the bonus, whereas Ouachita is in the bonus, which means that any foul committed henceforth from the Savage Storm will send the Tigers to the line. Bit of confusion between Coach Nutt and the referees for Ouachita on who is to come in and who isn't. Bit of a confusion there on the court. And we'll be started back up. Sternberger passes it into Burns. Burns taking it right on Knox. He's going to find an open lane, and he's going to draw the foul. The bench for Southeastern Oklahoma State saying that shot counted. But they're not going to look at it, and Burns will go to the line for 2 here. And he knocks in the first one. Burns still playing with 4 fouls, but Belton there picks up his 4th, and he will go to the bench. And here we go, Knox taking it down the court to Dunlap. And we see MJ Leslie back in the game here. Here's Martin going to drive the baseline. Loses the ball, and Burns is going to pick it up and slow it down. We are tied at 72 here as we pass 40 seconds remaining in this game. It is going to be a photo finish in this game here at Bill Vining Arena. Burns going to slow it down, takes it on Martin outside, and the three is good by Kyle Leslie, as the Tigers now trail by 3 with 26.9 seconds to go. And with that, we have with the Tigers trailing by 3, 26 seconds to go. We are going to take a quick break here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, brought to you by Taylor King Law.
I'm Rex Horn, the Interim Executive Director of the Arkansas Baptist State Convention, and today I'm joined by my friend Dylan, who's an attorney with the Arkansas Baptist Foundation, with an important word for you.
The foundation is here to help you support your Ouachita Tigers. If you'd like to create an estate plan that supports Ouachita and its mission, or learn about other giving opportunities, please contact us using the information below.
At Berry & Turnage, we specialize in bringing the law to your corner. We are dedicated to understanding what results you want and to helping you understand what actions we can take on your behalf. With over 30 years of experience and a proven track record of success, Berry & Turnage is here to lead you down a path to the results you need. We will work with you every step of the way to make sure that you understand the choices you are making and feel empowered to make them. Berry & Turnage. Serious injuries require serious attorneys.
And welcome back to Bill Vining Arena, here brought to you by Ouachita Sports Digital Network. And Kendall, we've got a tough one here. The Tigers down by 3 with 26.9 seconds remaining in this game. What kind of play do they need to draw up here? Do they need to go for a 3 here?
No, you don't. I mean, you have 26 seconds left. You don't need to go for a 3, but you do need to limit the buckets. That turnover down there by Reggie Martin hurt us. You don't need to go for a 3, but you do need to limit the buckets. Being smart right here. 2 will help us out. And like I said, we do have a foul to give, so we don't need to go for a 3. We don't have a foul to give anymore. I'm sorry about that.
And with that, we're off. 26 seconds remaining to go. Knox taking the ball down the court to Dunlap to Martin. Martin looking. Here's Leslie. He's going to look for a 3, can't get it, and he's going to get an easy layup here, which stops the clock, and it's a timeout by Coach Dennis Nutt. And we're going to stay here since that is a 20-second timeout. Kendall, that is a very important bucket here. Just takes the lead for the Savage Storm down to just 1 point. And so what do the Tigers have to do here to limit fouls and just play good defense?
I mean, you just said it, limit fouls and just play good defense. You can't give up a bucket. You need to stop. You need to stop, come down here. And the good thing is, with 15 seconds left, you get to stop, come down here. You have a chance to take the lead and win the ball game here late. So you just need to play solid on defense.
And 15.9 seconds might not look like much, but in basketball, that is a lot of time for somebody to do something. And the Tigers here still not in the Savage Storm still not in the bonus, but with a foul here, which what they will look to do. If they can pressure this inbounds, they can hope for a steal. And if it's not, and if they don't get a steal, they can always foul, and it will just be a 1-and-1 here. As Leslie is going to foul Sternberger very quickly, just about 2 seconds into as the ball is in. And Sternberger is going to go to the line for a 1-and-1. Tigers hoping for a miss here.
Subbing in for Southeastern, number 45, Robert Bryant. Subbing out number 3, Landon Condon.
Sternberger on the season at the line is 92.4% from the line. Automatic from that range. Smart play by the Savage Storm to get the ball to him in what is a tense moment. He is leading the GAC in free throw percentage. Makes them both here, and the Tigers are going to have to go quickly here if they want to tie it up. Here's Knox. Leslie's going to take it from deep. No good. Williams tips it. Dunlap, no good. As the Tigers had 2 opportunities there to win the game and misses both. As the Tigers are going to as the Savage Storm are going to come out with a win over the Tigers here at Bill Vining Arena. 77-74. Kendall, what two decent shots there. I mean, obviously the Dunlap shot, 2 men in his face, but he got the ball up. You know, what happened there, and what do you think could have been done there?
I think the mistakes towards the end of the game got a hold of us in that towards the end of the game that caused us to give up some late buckets. Trying to play with foul trouble. Burns came in late in the second half, and he had a great showing in the second half. We gave up some free buckets in the second half. I think if we came out with the same intensity we came out with the first half, we'd walk away with a W. But credit to Southeastern, that was a good ball club, and they played from behind really, really well, not letting that loss from Thursday night come into Bill Vining Arena and hit them with another one.
Southeastern Oklahoma State tried their best today to not come away with another heartbreaker. You know, didn't want to make their Arkadelphia trip, you know, a waste of 2 games, and they did do that. They did just that today, but the Tigers did not want to go down without a fight, only losing by 3 points in what we just saw was a very tense ending there. You know, Tigers had it in their grasp, Kendall, and it barely slipped away just due to costly turnovers towards the end. But as the Savage Storm leave Arkadelphia, they know that they will not leave without they have not left without at least a little bit of competition coming out of Arkadelphia 1-1 in this road trip.
Taking a look here at the stats towards the end of the game, we talked about Brennan Burns coming in late. He played with 4 fouls there at the end, but ending with 18 points. That is highly impressive. The Savage Storm had 4 players in double digits. As the Tigers had 3 players as well, 4 players, in double digits as well. Again, like you said, it was a tight ball game, tight fight for the Tigers. The Savage Storm didn't make a blank trip to Arkadelphia, Arkansas.
And the Tigers surely were missing the efforts of forward Tyler Haynes, who was out today. But on top of that, with Haynes' absence, they did win against ECU the other day. But coming up in just a second will be Coach Dennis Nutt meeting with me as we talk about post game things. Thank you for coming, Coach Nutt. And heartbreaking loss there. Great game from your team, from both teams. But what did you see in the game today that just gave Southeastern Oklahoma just slightly bit of an edge there?
I thought the second half we kind of gave up a little bit on our defensive principles. They got to the rim a little bit more than we needed them to. You got to get stops. If you're going to win against a very good team, and they're a good team, you got to get those stops. But I'm proud of our guys. I thought we played the right way. We played hard and didn't shoot it particularly well in the second half. I see 3 of 15. I think we kind of settled a little bit early for threes early in the second half. But man, you got to learn. You got to move forward. Those shots we usually make, but today didn't make them.
And straying a little bit away from the negatives, the positives here. Southeastern Oklahoma State averaging 87 points per game in the GAC, leading the conference. You guys held them 10 points under their average today. How does that speak as a testament to y'all's defense?
Well, I told the guys after the game, I think we're doing some good things. We're doing it the right way. Defense has picked up. First half was really good defensively. Second half, not near the same. And that's kind of been a little bit of a trend the last 2 games. The teams are shooting a little bit better second half. We got to learn from that. They're a good team. They're picked to win the league for a reason. So, learn from it. I didn't like the 16 turnovers that we had. That's Now that shouldn't happen for us. We got better ball handlers than that.
Yes, sir. And then finally, I wanted to talk a little bit about Taryn Williams. That's his second big game in a row after picking up, a lot of points last game against ECU, coming out tonight and coming out this afternoon and scoring 19. What has he meant, his improvement over this season? What has that meant to your team?
We have to have T playing like that. He's playing at a pretty high level right now, doing some good things. He's kind of doing inside and out. He had the 3-ball going early in the game, but kind of second half he got down in the paint a little bit and made some baskets. So he's doing well, doing some great things. We got to bring a couple other guys with him.
And then finally, Tyler Haynes, missing a second game in a row. Any news on when he's going to come back, and how have you guys adjusted in his absence so far?
Yeah, we hope to have him back by Thursday. Had a little injury in a practice, so they held him out a couple games. So hopefully we can get that situated by Thursday. You take your leading scorer out of the lineup. It's always tough. It's you have to adjust a little bit. But I thought our guys did pretty well. Rylan, I give him a lot of credit. He sat over there on that bench for a long time this year. Now he's out there playing and doing some great things.
Yes, sir. And thank you so much, Coach Nutt, for coming on. I know heartbreaker of a loss today, but you came out there and played. Your team played very well today, in the stead and without Tyler Haynes. And thank you so much. And we're going to take a break here. We'll be back with a couple more stats in just a little bit here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
Food isn't just fuel to live, it's fuel to grow. My family relied on public assistance to help provide meals for us. These meals fueled my involvement in theater and the arts as a child, which fostered my love for acting. The Feeding America network of food banks helps millions of people put food on the table. When people are fed, futures are nourished. Join the movement to end hunger, and together we can open endless possibilities for people to thrive. Visit feedingamerica.org/actnow.
And welcome back to the Ouachita Sports Digital Network. And this is about where we conclude our broadcast today. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We will be back on Thursday right here in the Bill at Bill Vining Arena here in Arkadelphia, Arkansas, for what is the most anticipated basketball matchup of the season, the Battle of the Ravine, as Henderson State travels across the street to face Ouachita in a GAC matchup for the ages. The women's game will start at 5:30, men following right afterwards. But that has been me, Isaac Bourne, on the broadcast, and thank you to Kendall Givens, my color analyst, and we will see you guys Thursday. And thank you so much for tuning in to Ouachita Sports Digital Network, brought to you by Taylor King Law.